in which we are using our five senses. What are the five senses? Sunny?
It's nose, taste, scent, smell, touch, hear, and sight.
And see. Yeah, what
Yeah.
we can see.
I mean,
Five senses is what we can see, the first sense, right? What we can hear, the second sense, what we can smell, the third sense, what we can taste, the fourth sense, and what we can feel when we touch, right? The five sense. So we are going to learn how to use our five senses for descriptive essay. But first, we need to know what is a descriptive essay. Any one of you here have some experience of writing the descriptive essay? Oh, Nancy, and four students raise their hands up. Okay, Nancy, what is a descriptive essay?
a descriptive essay is an essay that uses your five senses. Like, if I will give you an example, like if I write something that does not have descriptive things, like I sat down to drink my warm, hot cup of coffee, and that's
Okay,
like descriptive. Yeah.
I got you. I see four students raise their hands up. It means four of you here have some experience of writing the descriptive essay. Rose, you want to add anything to Nancy's answers?
Yes, and some of the paragraph doesn't have descriptive essay, and it's kind of not gonna be good because a lot of famous essay is is using descriptive 5 cents.
Okay, thank you. Now, because most of you have no experience of writing descriptive essays, so before we write, we need to know what it is. Okay, let's see. Descriptive essays is a form of essay that describe object. When you describe an object, for example, your smartphone, the pencil or the pencil case, or your bike, they are one of the objects. Or when you want to describe a place, maybe it is your bedroom, your house, the neighborhood, or for your countries, you describe your countries. They are the places. And when you describe people, the people here may be your mom, your dad, your teacher, or a stranger on the bus, or your favorite idols. Or when you want to describe a situation, the situation here is maybe the birthday event, maybe a holidays, like Tết holidays in Vietnam, or Mid-Autumn in Vietnam, or Halloween in Vietnam, or Christmas times in Vietnam. They belong to situation. And when you describe objects, places, people, and situation by using sensory information to help the readers to use their five senses of touch, taste, smell, hearing, and sight to understand the topic of the essay, you are writing a descriptive essay. So, your essays must help the reader to see what they cannot see, to hear what they cannot hear, and to touch what they cannot touch by using a lot of descriptive language art. So we are going to learn the language art for this type essay. Any questions?
No.
Now, I hope you understand about what is a descriptive essay before we write it. Any questions?
No.
Okay, so let's move on to Katie. Question, right? I see you raise your hands up. Kate, you want to ask anything?
No.
Okay, because I see you raise your hands up, I thought you want to ask something. Okay. Uh, Now we know what is a descriptive essay. Let's start with the components of a descriptive essay. It is an essay, so it must have three parts. The introduction, in which we have to introduce the subject of the essay, what we are going to describe. We are going to describe a person, an object, a place, or a situation. And the body paragraphs. For your level, I said you have to write at least 2 body paragraphs. You may write 3 or 4, it's up to you, but at least 2. For elementary school students, they are required to write only 1, at least 1, maybe 2, but for youth, I require you to write at least 2 body paragraphs, in which you have to describe all the aspects of the subject by using sensory information. We are going to learn how to use the sensory information for this type essay. And the last part is a conclusion, in which we're going to provide the personal thoughts and a conclusion of what we are describing. That's it. You know what a descriptive essay is. You know the format, the structure of descriptive essay. So let's start with the first part of the essay, the introduction. But before writing the introduction, the first step gonna be brainstorming the idea. Brainstorming the ideas mean we make the outline for the essay quickly. So when you brainstorm the idea for the essay, we must decide who or what you want to describe. After deciding who or what we want to describe in the essay, we must think about 2 or 3 significant points that you want to describe in the essay. Why? Who can tell me why? I advise you to choose 2 or 3 significant points.
Teacher?
Not 4 or 5, or not 1.
Teacher?
Why?
Teacher?
Okay.
Can you turn back to the last page because I haven't finished writing it?
Okay.
And try to. Okay. Thank you.
Welcome. Now, I said choose 2 or 3 significant points that you want to describe in the essay. Who can tell me why? I advise you 2 or 3, not 1 or 4 or 5. No one knows? Oh, I see 5 students raise their hands up to answer the question. Dustin, why? Why I advise you to choose 2 or 3 significant points to describe in the essay?
I think that's because not one, because one is too little points, but
Why not 4 or 5?
4 or 5 is, I think, is too much. You can't describe them all in a descriptive essay.
Nah. Okay, good idea. You know my reason. Dustin said 1 is too little. You're right. I said we have to write at least 2 body paragraphs, right? We learn what a paragraph is. Who can tell me what is a paragraph? What is a paragraph? We learn it. Before we learn how to write an essay, we learn everything about a paragraph. What is a paragraph?
I know.
Oh, now let's get back to what we learned. Jessica,
Okay. A paragraph is a group of sentences that support just one idea.
Exactly. So now, thanks, Jess. Jess remind us of a paragraph. A paragraph is a group of sentences supporting only one idea. So if we think about only one significant point, it means we write only one body paragraph. And I said, for your level, I require you to write at least 2 body paragraphs, right? So we need to think about at least 2 significant points. No more than 3. You can think about 3 because if you take the real test, the official international writing test, you have only 40 minutes to complete the whole essay. If you write 4 body paragraph, you're gonna run out of time. You don't have enough time to write the conclusion. If your essay doesn't have the conclusion, it's not an essay, and you're gonna lose the score. So when you practice, think about 2 or 3 significant points that you want to describe in the essay. I give you the example. I have a writing topic. Write an essay about one of your favorite places. Write at least 250 words. After I read the writing topic, I know that I have to write a descriptive essay because when we write about a place, we have to write a descriptive essay. So I decide the first step when I brainstorm the idea, I decide to write about my neighborhood park. A park is a place, and it is my neighborhood park. It's not national park. And after I decide that I am going to write about the neighborhood park, I choose 3 significant points that I am going to write in the essay. I am going to write about beautiful things for sightseeing. What they can see in the park. I am going to have the reader to see the beautiful things in the park. I am going to write about the ways to exercise because when I go to the park, I see a lot of people doing exercise in the park. Some of them jog, run, doing some basketball, or doing yoga in the park. So I am going to write about that. I am going to write about fun activities because when I am in the park, I see a lot of people hanging out with friends. They have a group picnic, or they read book in the park, or some of them draw in the park, something like that. So I am going to write about fun activity in the park. So I plan to write 3 body paragraphs. The first one is about things for sightseeing. The second one is about way to exercise. And the last one is about fun activities. Does that make sense? Are you ready to practice? I am going to, I want you to spend 2 minutes to brainstorm the idea for one of the 4 following topics. I give you 4 choices, but you don't have to write about all of them. Just pick one that you want to write about. You can describe an object that is special to you. You can describe a house in which you grew up. You can describe one of your friends, or you can describe one of your favorite places. Now, I'm going to set the timer for 2 minutes for you to practice brainstorming ideas. It is the way we make the outline for the essay first. Do it. And then we are going to use it for introduction writing. 2 minutes over. Now, after you make the outline, brainstorming ideas mean making the outline for the essay. After you have the plan for your essay, let's start with the next step. Step 2 is writing the introduction. The introduction must consist of at least 2 sentences, but no more than 5 sentences for all types of essay, even though it is a general essay or academic essay. I repeat, the introduction must consist of at least 2 sentences, but no more than 5 sentences. I usually write 3 sentences for the introduction. The first sentence must capture the reader interest, and it is called the hook, right? Last week we learned how to write the introduction, and I said the first sentence of the introduction is called the hook because when we go fishing, we need the hook to catch fish. And so when we write the essay, we need the hook to get the reader attention. So in the first sentence, try to start the essay with very interesting statement. Hook them to the essay by a good statement. We learned some writing techniques for writing the hook last week. So I hope you know how to write the hook. The last sentence is the most important of the introduction, in which we have to let the reader know who or what they are going to read throughout the essay. The last sentence of the introduction is called thesis statement. It links the writing topic with the body paragraph. And this is my introduction example. After I make the outline, I brainstorm the idea for my essay. I write the introduction this way. Read the example. Kitty, can you read the introduction example? Kitty?
Yes.
Can you help me read the introduction example?
Yes. There are many places that come to my mind when I think of places I like to go. Each one has its own purpose, so it is hard to say which one is my favorite. However, I love going to my neighborhood park the most because it is a beautiful place to visit, exercise, and relax.
Thank you, Kitty. The first sentence is called the hook. I say, there are many places because the writing task said write an essay about one of your favorite places. So I say there are many places that comes to my mind when I think of places I like to go. And I add, each one has its own purpose, so it is hard to say which one is my favorite. However, I love going to my neighborhood park the most. I inform the reader that I am going to write about my neighborhood park. I introduce what I am going to write about. And I provide the roadmap for the reader about what I am going to describe in the body paragraph by saying, because it is a beautiful place to visit. Remember, I planned about beautiful things for sightseeing. So when the visitor visit the park, what they can see, to exercise, because I am going to write about ways to exercise, and relax, because I plan to write about fun activities to relax. So this is the way I write the introduction for my descriptive essay about one of my favorite places. I wrote 3 sentences. The first sentence, I introduce the big topic. The last sentence, I let the reader know what they are going to read in the body paragraph. Any questions about how to write the introduction before you practice? You learn the structure, you learn the example, and I think it is a good time to practice. The more we practice, the better our writing skill will be. So let's practice. I'm gonna set the timer for 6 minutes because you already spent 2 minutes to make the outline for the essay. So based on your brainstorming idea list, write the introduction in 6 minutes. And after that, I'm gonna call at least 3 of you to read your introduction. 6 minutes starts.
This was so easy. I'm already done.
Wow. Okay. Hang in here with me. Wait for your friend for, let me see. This, you guys still have 4 minutes left. Almost 4 minutes.
Finish. Nữa. You
Time 6 minutes over. Now, Nancy, read your introduction, please.
Friends, and I play well with all of them.
Nancy, hold on. I cannot hear you clearly. Can you check the device? Can you say it again?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, much better.
Many friends. I play with all of them. My best.
No. It's not clear now. Can you speak? Can you sit closer to your device? Maybe it works.
I'm here. Can you see me?
I see you, but I cannot hear you clearly.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, much better. Now, read your introduction, please.
I have many friends, and I play well with all of them. But my best friend in the whole wide world is my friend Pouty. That's
No.
Wait, who is Pouty?
I don't see your writing, just have the hook. And you introduce who you are going to write about. But you didn't give the good thesis statement. I said the thesis statement must let the reader know what you are going to describe in the whole essay. Let's see. Throughout the essay, you just introduce who, right? You didn't provide the specific information. I said the last sentence, the thesis statement is a bridge that connects the introduction with the body paragraph. All the parts of the essay must be connected together. So write the thesis statement again, the last sentence again. I want to know what you are going to write about your friends.
Okay, teacher.
Do you understand what I mean?
I understand.
Good. Now fix that one. I see your friend raised their hands up, and I said I want to listen to at least 3 different introductions to make sure you know how to write the good introduction. Cat, read the introduction, please. After Cat is Rose. I see you guys raise your hands up.
Okay. There are many objects that came into my head when I think about an object I like. It's hard to decide which one I like best, but I like my handy small notebook the best. I draw when I'm bored in it, I color it and decorate it. Those make me feel much better after hard, rough days.
Good job. That is nice introduction. It meets all the requirements of the introduction. Good job, Kate. Now, Rose, read your introduction, please.
Teacher,
Rose.
maybe she's not here. I didn't see her anywhere.
She, Châu Anh, are you there? I see her raise her hands up.
Teacher, I didn't see her anywhere.
Oh, okay. So the other students, please. Maybe she put her hand up and forgot to put it to lower it down. I need to listen to at least 3. 2's not enough. So who want to read the introduction? Heidi, did you finish your introduction?
Not yet.
Not yet. 6 minutes not enough, right? Rose B, did you finish your introduction? Yes or not yet?
Yes, but I think it's a bit.
I cannot hear you clearly, Rose B. Can you say it again? Did you finish?
Yes.
Okay, can you read the introduction?
There are many friends that I love to play with.
Hey, Rose. Can you sit closer to your device? Because we cannot hear you clearly.
Yeah.
There are many friends that I love to play with, but I love to play with my best friend. She's the girl who's smartest in the class and who's my favorite friend.
Can you read it again? One more time, Roseby.
There are many friends that I love to play with, but I love to play with my best friend. She's the girl who's smartest in the class and who's my favorite friend.
Yeah. Who is your best friend? What is the name of your best friend?
Her name's Natalie.
Put it in the second sentence.
Okay.
The first sentence is awesome. The last sentence is good, but the second one needs to be specific. Like I said, I'm going to my neighborhood park. I introduce to the reader what park? The neighborhood park. So add the name of your best friend to have the perfect introduction. Just tiny mistake, but it needs to be specific in writing. Thank you. Is there anyone here who wants to read the introduction before we move on to the next part of the essay? No one? Maybe 6 minutes not enough for you to write the... Oh, I see Sonny raise their hands up. Okay, Sonny.
Everyone in the world have family and friends, but when I think of my friends, the first one is Ignat. Everyone has their own opinion to choose their own friends. I like Ignat because he is very smart and he is and he is also very kind.
Okay, so remove the first part of the last sentence. Don't say everyone has opinions about how to choose friends. Remove it. It is redundant in writing. It is called redundance because it means it's not necessary to write that sentence. Just let the reader know why you want to write about him. That's enough. Okay, I'm gonna check the introduction in the Google Classroom homework. Of course, the homework gonna be writing the introduction. Now, because at home maybe you have more time to revise the lecture and to practice writing. I want a better introduction. So let's move on to the next part. After writing the introduction, what are you going to do next? What is the next part of the essay?
Body part. The body.
Exactly. The body paragraph. Good job. We have to write at least 2 body paragraphs. So each body paragraph gonna be describing details. Make sure you are only writing about things that support the thesis statement. Because in the thesis statement, we let the reader know what we are going to write in the body paragraph. I am going to write about beautiful things for sightseeing. I am going to write about ways to exercise. And I am going to write about fun activity in the park to relax.
Teacher?
Okay, Rose. Rose.
What is step 2?
Step 2 is writing introduction. I call you to read the introduction, but you were not there.
I am taking my medicine, sorry.
Yes, you missed that part. So after the introduction is writing body paragraphs. Read my first body paragraph example in which I write about beautiful things for sightseeing. Rosie, can you help me read the body paragraph example?
Okay. First of all, the park has many beautiful things for sightseeing. There are lots of trees and shade, which provide a cool and relaxing place to rest after a hard working day. Also, the gardeners do a good job of keeping up the flowers and lawns. My parents and I often walk by the flower beds to get ideas for what we would like to grow on our balcony. Most importantly, the mountains in the background add to the peaceful feeling. Whenever I walk the trails, I enjoy looking out over the town. I am seeing how small everything seems. This helps me to distance myself from my problems and to see them from a different perspective.
Thank you, Rosie. The first sentence is called topic sentence. We need to let the reader know what they are going to read in the paragraph. So I said the park has many beautiful things for sightseeing, and all the supporting sentences must be about beautiful things for sightseeing. So I described there are a lot of trees and shade, which provide cool and relaxing place to rest after a hard-working day. And I describe the flowers, the lawn, and describe everything for sightseeing. This is a body paragraph example. And now, to have a good descriptive paragraph, we are going to learn about language art for description. Okay? Any questions? We are going to learn how to use the language art for descriptive essay.
No, teacher.
No question, right? Okay, so that is a body paragraph example to show you how to write each body paragraph, because you have to write at least 2 body paragraphs. Now learn language art is important for descriptive essay. To have the good descriptive paragraph, we need to use descriptive words. When we write a descriptive essay, we are being tested descriptive writing skills. So use descriptive words. Oh, my mom called it. She forgot the tab. I give you 2 examples. Read them and tell me which one sounds better. Sentence A said, I ate a good dinner. Sentence B said, I devour a steaming hot cheese-filled pepperoni pizza for dinner. Which one do you think is better? Rose, which one?
Is A.
Rose, I
No,
said
I mean B. I know
B.
B.
B, yes. Chose Rose A chose B. Joanne said B. Who agree with Joanne? Raise their hands up. Who think sentence B sounds better than A? Raise their hands up.
The person doesn't agree with me.
Yes, a lot. 17 participants agree with you, and I agree with you too. Why sentence B is better than sentence A? Because sentence A just tell, I ate a good dinner. No grammar mistake, no vocabulary mistake, but it's not good for a descriptive essay. The descriptive essay must help the reader use their 5 senses to feel, to see, to touch, to taste, to smell, what they cannot do, right? From the language art. So sentence 1 does not make it. It's not for a descriptive essay, even though that sentence is correct, but it's not for descriptive essay. Sentence B is for descriptive essay because after I read the sentence, I know that the author ate a good dinner. The author used the verb devour. Devour, where it means that you eat something quickly, hungrily, deliciously. the words tell me a lot. I develop and I can imagine, I can feel like I can see what the writer ate. Steaming hot, cheese filled pepperoni pizza. This sentence is for descriptive essay because the writer used a lot of descriptive words to help the reader tell means we just inform the reader of information. For example, when I write the sentence, the sky is blue and white, I'm telling the color of the sky. This is a telling sentence. The sky is blue and white. But I change the way of writing from telling to showing. Show means paint a picture in the reader's mind. I say, puffy white clouds float across the cold blue sky. I use a lot of descriptive words. I use the adjective puffy to show that it's very gentle, very soft. White cloud, I use the verb float across. I have the reader imagines what's happening. It floats across the cold blue sky. The showing sentence is for descriptive essay. It is the way we paint a picture in the reader's mind from the language art. Does that make sense?
Yes, but
Yes, teacher.
Good.
Teacher.
Now, practice. I hope I make it clear for you. Even though you write the correct sentence, but you don't earn the good score because it's not for the exact type essay. So we need to learn the language art for each type essay. When you move on to a narrative essay, the language art gonna be different. When you move on to process essay, the language art gonna be different. So use the correct type of language art for correct types of essay. For descriptive essay, use descriptive words. The descriptive words are the adjective. Try to use as many adjectives as possible to describe, to paint a picture in the reader's mind. Now, I want you to do this.
Oh, teacher, what is cobalt?
Sentence, what?
What is cobalt?
Cobalt is a kind of color. It's not actually blue. It is between the dark blue and light blue. It is cobalt blue.
Okay.
Now, I want you to rewrite 3 sentences for a showing paragraph. Showing paragraph is describing paragraph. Now, the sentence I give you the first one as an example. The sentence, it was an unusual cat. No grammar mistake, no vocabulary mistake, but it's not for the descriptive essay.
Teacher, can you go back the last slide for me to write down?
This one, right?
Yes.
Just write use descriptive words. And you can say its descriptive words mean adjectives. You as many adjectives as possible because all the adjectives are descriptive words. Like for the taste, we say sweet, sour, bitter, chewy, juicy, hot, right? Delicious. And for feels, we can say rough, hot, soft, smooth. What? And how it looks, we can say shiny, long, skinny, dark, bright, thin or small or big. Or for smell, it may be flat, fresh, or rotten, or spicy. For the sound, it's maybe loud, noisy, quiet, silent, blah, blah, blah. They are all the adjectives. They are called descriptive words. Any other questions? No, right? Okay. Now, before you practice, I show you the example. You don't have to write a very professional and long sentence like I did. I just want to show you how I fix the writing. I change from telling sentence to showing sentence to meet the requirement of descriptive essay. The sentence equals unusual. An unusual cat is correct, but it's not good for descriptive paragraph. So I change the way of writing. I say, with with yellow eyes, growing red, long, black fur that stood on end, a mouth full of sharp pointed teeth that admitted a yawn like a tiger. I knew that the small animal before me was no ordinary cat. I described the cat, show the reader that it's unusual cat. And I use a lot of descriptive words to describe the cat. You don't have to write the long and very descriptive sentence like the way I did, but I want you to rewrite 3 sentences. Change those 3 sentences from telling sentence to showing sentences. Okay? I'm gonna set the timer for 5 minutes for 3 sentences. Okay? And after that, I'm gonna call you to read your new sentences.
First one is a little bit hard. I'm done the second and third.
Did you
I've got one more. Ooh.
Hammer, 5 minutes over. I'm gonna call some of you to read your new sentences, your showing sentences.
We just
Okay.
need to.
Oh, I love that. I see 9 students raise their hands up. Who is FUS? Who's that?
And then we have to read all 3 sentences and choose one.
Who's that? Oh no, change the name already. Okay, now
Teacher.
Tom.
Teacher.
Because we have a lot of students raise their hands up, so each of you gonna read one of your 3 sentences. Okay, Tom, can you read your sentence?
Do we have to read all 3 sentences?
If you want, if not, you can read one of them. Okay.
Okay. Teacher, can we read 2 sentences?
Sure. 1, 2, or 3. Now let's start with Tom. Tom, can you read your sentence or sentences?
The garden has many yellow daisies and white fluffy dandelions. In the corner, there are many vines that are overgrown on the fence.
Good job, Tom. That's what I want you to do. The way you write is called showing sentences. It paints a picture in the reader's mind. After the reader read your sentence, they know that, oh, the garden was beautiful. Good job. That's what I want you to do for descriptive essay. Okay, let me move on to the next students. Daisy, read your sentence or sentences, please. Daisy.
Me, please.
Daisy, I see Daisy raise her hands up. So I'm going to call Daisy first. Daisy, turn on the microphone.
I'm here.
Okay, can you read your sentence or sentences?
I choose number 2. It was a
Okay, so what did you do?
I changed it to the rain was pouring hard outside. The thunder boomed and the lightning flashed. The moon disappeared behind the big gray clouds. It was a very stormy night outside.
That was an amazing sentence. You got it. Good job. Okay. Now let's move on to the next student. You guys, you are so smart. Heidi, read your sentence, please. Heidi.
Okay, so I choose number 1.
Okay, what did
The
you do?
garden was beautiful. It was full of pretty flowers, pretty and colorful flowers, and blooming trees.
Good job. Your sentence is really beautiful. It helped me to imagine that was such a beautiful garden. Because a lot of you raise your hands up. So instead of calling 3, I'm going to call 5. Nancy, read your sentence, please.
Here's the number 3. The cake smelled delicious. As I bit into it, it tasted sweet, and after a while, it was a little bit sour inside. It was so yummy. I think so.
Yes, it is so yummy. Yes, that is beautiful showing sentence. Now I change my mind. I'm gonna call one of you who didn't raise the hands up. Okay, let's check it out because all the volunteer did great job. Anna, can you read your sentence?
I choose sentence number 1. The garden was beautiful like a picture. The yellow of the daisy, the purple of the flowers, the red of the rose.
Make it an amazing sentence. All of you understand what I am talking about. That's what I want you to do for a descriptive essay. Try to paint a picture in the reader's mind. You did a great job. That is the first language art that I want you to learn. Let's move on to the way of using different types of adjective, because we all know that the descriptive words are the adjective. We have in English, we have 7 types of adjective. The adjective are for opinion. Like when you see something, when you want to show the feeling, you say use the word unusual, lovely, beautiful, or ugly. They are called opinion adjective. And when we describe, we may describe the size, big, small, tall, long, or short. The shape, like round, square, rectangular, or triangle. The age, like old, young, youthful, or ancient. The color, like blue, red, pink, purple, black, and white. The origin, like Vietnamese, Japanese, American, or Cambodian. The material, like metal, wood, plastic, or paper. Now, they are all types of adjective. When for descriptive essay, because we need to use a lot of adjective to paint a picture in the reader's mind. So usually we use a lot of adjective. We must follow the grammar structure. It is adjective order. If we use more than 2 adjectives to describe something, we have to put them in the correct order. Opinion first, size, shape, age, color, origin, and then material. We cannot mix up, put material first and opinion later. We cannot do that. We have to follow adjective orders. It is grammar structure. I give you the example of a sentence in which I describe a woman. I said, she is a beautiful, tall, thin, young, black hair Vietnamese woman. No one write the crazy sentence like this, right? But just an example. When I use 6 adjectives in one sentence, I have to put them in the correct order. Opinion adjective first, beautiful. And then size, she's tall. Shape, she's thin. Age, she's young. Color, okay, she has black hair. Vietnamese woman, her origin, she's Vietnamese. This is just an example. In fact, when you write the sentence and when you use adjective for description, use no more than 3 adjectives. Okay? To make sure you understand what I am talking about. I want you to translate the red Vietnamese sentence to English. Think quickly, right? First, don't raise the hands up immediately because you may make mistake if you don't spend time to think. No new words, right? No new word, just the way of writing. I see a lot of students raise their hands up. Oh no. Now, I'm going to write down the answer here. I'm going to call some of you to let me know your sentence. May I call Peter? Peter didn't raise his hands up any time today. Peter.
No, he didn't.
What?
Can you translate the red sentence into English?
Okay.
Okay, why didn't you raise your hands up when you are ready?
I have.
Okay, tell me what did you translate?
I have an old red plastic Vietnamese pen.
Okay, this is what Peter translate. Cherry, what did you do?
The sentence is, I have one old small plastic Vietnamese pen.
One O.
Old small. One old red small plastic Vietnamese pen.
Is that what you did?
Yes.
Thank you. It's not correct either. Two first sentence not correct. Benny, what did you do?
I wrote it as like I have a little old red Vietnamese plastic pen.
The incorrect. Okay. When? What did you do? When? What did you do? Hello, Win.
I have an old pen. Red. I have a little old red plastic pen.
Is that right? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Still not correct. I'm waiting for the correct one. What did you do?
I did the same as the first sentence.
Okay. One has the same answer with the first sentence. Okay, let me check it out with one more student.
Me.
Rose B. Nam Phương, what did you do?
I think that I have an old red pen that made by plastic of Vietnam.
No, incorrect either. None of those sentences are correct. Wow, no new words, just the way of writing. And when we write, we must write the correct sentence. that important. Okay, Sonny seem like
Okay.
very happy with that. Sonny, what did you do?
I have a beautiful, I have a beautiful small old, I have a beautiful small old red Vietnamese plastic pen.
Sonny did great job. This is a correct sentence. I have a beautiful. We need to put opinion first. And then the size, it is small. And then the color, because it didn't, oh yeah, the age old, right? And color red, the origin Vietnamese, and the material plastic. This is a correct sentence. Now, even though you have all the adjectives, all the words, but when you put them together to write the sentence, you must make sure you are writing a correct sentence. This is a correct sentence. Any questions? Any questions? No, right? Okay, I delete it. Let's do this. I want you to write only one sentence, descriptive sentence, in which I want you to use three, at least two adjectives, but just no more than three adjectives before for the extension. I write one for you as an example. I say, I like the eye-catching high heels, purple sandals. Eye-catching means when it's very impressive. It has the same meaning with impressive. It is an adjective. High heel, purple sandals. Now, I want you to write, look at the object. You can write about anything here. And I want you to use at least two adjectives, but no more than three, because the more you use, the more complicated the sentence will be. And when you finish, raise the hands up.
I love.
Bill, can you read your sentence? Bill. Hello, Bill. Bill. Hello, Bill. I cannot hear anything from Bill. Can you read your sentence? It's easy. Just use two or three adjectives. Bill, I'm asking you to unmute because you are muted, so I cannot hear anything. Bill. Oh my gosh. Daisy, read your sentence, please.
I love the cute. I love the cute big purple backpack.
Excellent. Your sentence is correct. Kitty, can you read your sentence? Kitty.
Yes, I like the beautiful rose red. I like the beautiful rose red bag.
Good job. Your sentence is correct. Kat, read your sentence, please.
I like the cute big starry black backpack, but
Good job. Yes.
teacher,
Your sentence is correct. Now you guys understand how to use descriptive to describe the picture. The last one, Jess. Jessica.
I like the cool cute blue backpack.
Awesome. You made it. After the first one, you made all the correct sentences. Next week, we're going to continue with the language art in descriptive essay. We're going to learn more and more complicated language art for descriptive essay to have a good descriptive essay. Okay. Do you have any question before we finish the lecture today?
Teacher.
I'm gonna put the lecture with some exercise for you to practice at home. Okay.
Teacher, I have a question.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead, Nancy.
I just logged out when you were talking about the backpack stuff part. I don't know about that.
The what?
And I just logged out when you just talked about the part where you say about the part where you ask my friends to talk about the backpack and the shoes. I don't know that.
Oh, it's okay. Just practice writing using adjective to describe the picture. That's it.
Okay, teacher.
Okay. Thank you so much for the time with me. Goodbye, good night, and see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye,
Bye.
teacher.